It's VD Day. Welcome to Community News. My name is Paul.
And my name is Sasha.
Hello there, Sasha. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm glad that I don't have any kind of VD that you're talking about.
I, you know what? I love this time of year every year because I get to announce it's VD Day on the station. And no, we're not giving out some sort of testing. It's the most sacred holiday of all time. Valentine's Day, this Friday. I know everyone in town is so excited and thrilled for
Isn't that
this, the holiest of holies.
isn't that just V Day though? Why is
Oh,
it VD Day?
because I
That
prefer to say
day.
VD Day just to put that little spark of thought into somebody's head that maybe we are talking about syphilis or gonorrhea or whatever. What's the other ones? I don't even know some of the other ones. Oh,
HB.
chlamydia, HPV.
Um,
You know,
yeah,
the fun things you can get on V Day, but I prefer
right,
VD Day.
right. Now, I mean, we haven't gotten really like into this kind of stuff on the show lately, but I'm just curious. In all your years, did you I mean, do you think back? I think back and think I'm kind of lucky I didn't catch any of those things. Is it only dirty people that have them or
No,
sick
it's everybody. Anyone who went to college in the 80s is lucky they're not riddled with some sort of disease. That's all I have to say.
people, gonorrhea?
Exactly.
Yeah,
As far as we know.
I remember friends who told me they got crabs. I
Oh,
I feel so lucky that I never got anything like that. Like it's like what luck.
there was a
Because
great movie from the 80s, Last American Virgin. I don't know if you ever saw it, but
I
they got
remember,
crabs and they went into a swimming pool when they got crabs. It was
uh,
amazing. They all were with the same woman and they all got crabs. It was great.
and then they went. I don't remember that part though. So they went into a swimming pool, and then what happened?
They
Did the
tried to
crabs
drown the crabs and it didn't
that
work.
work,
No, of
or it
course
just
not.
gave it to more people?
Right, exactly. It was just a whole funny scene to see them in the pool sitting there.
Okay.
That was
Remember
it.
the movie, not the scene. But what I
I don't
don't
think
get
I would
about
take medical
sorry,
advice from
on a
crabs from
tangent.
Last
I know
American
it's
Virgin.
a good tangent for Valentine's Day, but I was going to say, was they call it crabs because they actually look like crabs, or it's just the idea that these little things are,
I don't. They're little
moving?
crabs, yes. You go crabbing in your pubic hairs to go find them. I guess that's what it is.
I say,
But
in all my years of sexual activity, I feel so lucky. I feel so lucky and grateful that I've never run into all these kinds of STDs
it's a. This is what Valentine's Day is all about. Us talking about not getting any venereal diseases through our lifetime.
for it. Like we're some of the lucky ones. We're some of the lucky few.
All I can say is this talk is way more exciting than the Super Bowl the other night, which was the most boring game of all time. I think by the third quarter, when Kansas City was down by about 70 points at that point, we just turned on a beach video and just started reading.
That's hilarious. That's what everyone's been saying, that it was so boring. It was just basically one team running that score the whole time. Well, the Eagles getting scores and the Kansas City Chiefs just not. I didn't watch, so
The best
I
part about it is that we were not invited anywhere, so I could just sit on the couch in my pajamas, stuffing my face with Doritos and pizza, and it was a perfect evening. Like I said, by the third quarter, when it's too late for me to stay up anyway, the game was over, so I was able to retire to my boudoir.
oh, wonderful. I'm glad to hear that for you.
I didn't have to pretend that I was having a good time at some Super Bowl party or anything like that. It was
That's true.
perfect.
I was a little bit missing some Super Bowl parties in the past that friends would have. Like my friend Sloan we used to have this killer great party with like a screen outside with a fire pit and two screens inside. But I was then, just when you said that, I just reminded myself that I typically could only make it to halftime show and then I would go home. I usually didn't watch the third and fourth quarter at the party. So you're reminding me, why would I be upset to not have a party to go to when I end up leaving it halfway through?
Right. And breaking everybody's heart when they see you leave. Sasha leaving a party, the party might
Yeah.
as well close down at that point. So you're
Uh-huh.
a heartbreaker when you leave.
I should only be that influential, as you were saying before. Nobody would even notice if I left. But it's just the point that I feel a little bad when I don't have a party to go to, and I should remind myself. But then when I do, I I have to make myself stay.
Speaking of parties to go to, wasn't it 4 or 5 years ago you were going to be on The View at some point? You were going to take over a slot on The View. Whatever happened with that? I've
I
never
think
seen, I've watched it every day and don't see you on there.
remember when we started this show, they were looking for new people, so I was campaigning for it. But now, I'm a very different Sasha than when we started the show. I used to want to be in the public eye. Now I'm glad I named myself with the fake name Sasha because the whole world is so mean. Like anything you read about any person in the public eye, 80% of the comments are people just trolling them and slamming them and being mean to them. And I realized I could have never handled being a public figure like that.
But you are a public figure. Your public
Uh,
figure is your nom de plume, as they say in book or whatever that means. I think you're using a fake name. So you are in the public eye, but nobody ever writes anything bad about you because the entire world loves Sasha. Don't you
no,
realize that? Well,
we had
except
a
for the person at that furniture store and the
yeah,
person who came to your house during our live recording and a
older.
couple of people you've met while driving and stuff like that. But other than that, the whole world loves you.
Yeah, no, the whole world does not love Sasha, and Sasha's very sensitive and aware of the people that don't get along with her. And then she's like freaked out, like she doesn't do well with people being mad at her.
Well, the good news is we're going to have snow on Wednesday, on Friday, and on Saturday. So you can hibernate in your house. Not that you're
Exactly.
ever going to leave anyway, but you can continue to hibernate in your house. And if you're out there, be careful. Um, I would give you some snow tips, but if you don't know them by
And
now, then you're an idiot. What can I
we
tell
already
you?
got 9 inches Saturday night. I can't believe we're going to get more. Like we're going to be 2 feet under by the time the third snow hits.
Why are you
She's
setting me up with all these "that's what she said" lines, please? Can you?
gonna-
I'm just gonna put them all condensed into one. That's what she said. But
I'm trying
yes.
to with the V-Day theme here.
Right. So yes, make sure they'll be plowing all night trying to get the roads in some sort of
Plowing,
shape. What?
plowing. That's what
That's what
she
she said
said.
again. It's unbelievable. This entire episode. So stay
Actual
inside. Be like Sasha in this instance. Stay inside. Stay out of the snow. Let the people do what they need to do to get this town back up and running by sometime next week when the snow finally stops.
this time of year is making me miss our Valentine's party and show.
Oh, yes, I forgot we did that one, the
That
live show.
was
It was
fun.
me with a gaggle of women all
Yeah,
surrounding me.
exactly. All ages, all sizes,
It,
all marital statuses.
it was incredible. I was honored to be invited to the
It was fun.
Gallenstein or whatever you want to call it
I don't
Thanksgiving
call it
party.
a
Oh, it's
Valentine,
not a
but people,
Thanksgiving. I mean Valentine's party.
no, I just call it a Valentine party, not Galentine, but other people would call it that. But yeah,
Right.
no, that's what made Valentine's Day fun because otherwise it's like, well, come on, you know?
Exactly. Finally, one last thing. This Sunday, weather permitting, at the community center, they're having a black light painting class, which I am 1000% going to because I haven't seen a black light painting since the last time I went into Spencer's at the mall. And I love black light paintings more than anything.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think they had that at my day camp or sleepaway camp in the 70s.
Wait a
I don't
second. You don't know
black.
what black light paintings are? It's always like of Jimi Hendrix with his hair crazy, smoking a joint with the smoke going up, and then you turn off the lights and you put a black light on it and everything is lit up.
Oh, okay. I'm picturing like a purplish light and then
Yes,
fluorescent color paint. Yeah,
correct.
okay. But I don't think I've ever been
Wait
there
a
and
second.
seen it done.
Have you ever been to a Spencer's Gifts?
Not in many years. Once
Oh
upon a
my
time.
God. I'm going to take you to a mall that still has a Spencer's. We're going to find one. I don't care how far we have to drive, and we're going inside because we're going to go look at the black light photos, posters. We're going to look at all the like board games which have to do with sex and drinking, all the phallic symbol shaped things that they have there. It's the most amazing store that's it will survive any nuclear winter that we have.
It's been a long time since I was in one of those.
Oh
Black
my
lights matter,
yes, but they do exactly.
or black light matters.
So anyway, if you want to meet me, come to the black light painting seminar
Oh,
this Sunday, weather permitting. Maybe I'll
Paul will.
even drag Sasha there. I'll pick her up and throw her in the back of my car and drive her there.
That would be fun. You can put me on on a sled. Today, my trainer did a thing with me where she said, this is called sled. And she put a rope in front of me and she's behind me pulling me back. And I'm like the dog, and she's like the mush person. We've never done that before, but today was the first time. And she said, you got to run, like try to run. And she's pulling me back with this rope. I was thinking of you because I thought Paul would be laughing if he saw this right now.
I can't believe no one has video of it, but I do like that idea that I'm going to put a sled tied to a rope behind my car and put you on that sled and just drive through town.
Exactly. I'll just sit on the sled and woo. But I did want to say that I forgot. Sled, lots of snow. Sorry, I forgot.
Sasha has snow fog in the brain. Don't get snow fog in the brain. Lots of snow coming. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I hope you have a wonderful Friday.
I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day. This is coming out a few days before it, but yes. I hope you have something planned for Friday that will be fun for you. Either I have lunch with a friend that day, so I have lunch with my friend Mary. I hope you have a friend lunch or, just something to do.
I have nothing planned, which is perfectly fun for me in the way I like things. So it's wonderful.
I think you're going to do some surprise sweet things for your ex-wife.
Now you're putting the pressure on me. Thanks a lot.
You pretend you won't and that you don't, but in reality, you're like the most thoughtful person.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Romantic. Yes, you pretend you're not, but you're romantic. Isn't it funny that we consider it romantic if someone does things for Valentine's Day, but it's like, is it romantic or is it just cartoonish, right? Like,
it's absolutely cartoonish. It's ridiculous.
Right, like it really isn't romance, right?
I do it on February 15th. That's my Valentine's Day.
Good. It's better to do it the day before though, because then that's a whole day of her being pissed, thinking you're paying no attention. So I think
I understand, but the day after is when you go to CVS and all the candies are 75 to 80% off. So why not just go on that day?
Buying a girl candy. What girl wants to gain 5 pounds as a symbol of like romantic love? Like who's giving candy? Come on.
Great. I was going to give candy and give it the day after. You've ruined everything for me. Thanks a lot.
Well, right. Your ex-wife is in great shape. I guess she could handle a big heart-shaped candy and not get fat. But I myself, if somebody gave me that, I would be kind of upset because I do not need a big heart full of candy.
Right. All right. Well, I'll rethink it. On next week's show, I'll let you know what, if anything, I did.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So that wraps up this episode of Community News. And as always, my name is Paul.
As always, my name is Sasha.
And
I will see you next Tuesday, Paul. And we love you, community.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.